Good morning, students. This video is for grade 6th, subject science, block 27 replenishing water, LP1 water cycle. So let's start, students. The aim of this lesson is to explain that evaporation and condensation play an important role in the formation of rain. The keywords are evaporation, condensation, precipitation. The resources required are heater or stove, pan with water, steel plate and a collecting beaker, a wet sponge, S1 of your volume book, notebook and exceed content book. Students, when your mother mops the floor, after some time the water disappears. Have you ever thought that where this water goes? Can we get this water back? So just think and try to answer these questions. Let's see, students. The water has evaporated into the air. This water will come back as rain. This process is a part of the water cycle. Students, today we will see how water on the earth gets recycled over and over again. For understanding this concept of water cycle, we will perform one experiment. For this, you have to take water in a pan and you have to heat it till the water starts boiling. Water on boiling turns into vapors, and when it touches a colder surface like the plate, it turns back into the liquid and falls as rain and gets collected in a beaker. Observe this experiment carefully. Students, you can pause your video for performing this experiment and again resume the video for the further discussion. Now try to answer these questions after this experiment. What did you see coming out of the boiling water? What is the phenomena of water turning into vapor called? What happened to the water vapor when it comes in contact with the cool plate? So let's see. We saw water vapor coming from the boiling water. This phenomena is called evaporation. When the vapor came in contact with the cool steel plate, it cooled and again became liquid water. What is this phenomena called? So this phenomena is called condensation. And what happened after the condensation? What is this called? After condensation, the water started falling from the plate into the beaker, and the falling of water is called precipitation or rain. What did the drops falling from the plate remind you of? How are evaporation and condensation related to the water cycle, and how do they contribute to the formation of rain? Students, these two words, evaporation and condensation, you might have heard in the previous classes when you discussed about water cycle. So now let's see them in detail. The falling drops remind us of rain. Water from the ground and water bodies turns into vapor by the heat of sun. The air carries the vapors up towards the sky where it is cooler. Here are the vapors cool down and condense into water droplets. These begin to fall down as rain. Evaporation helps to lift the water from the ground into the sky, and condensation helps to bring the same water back to the ground as rain. So both these processes are dependent on each other. This way, the same water keeps getting recycled through these processes. We call this the water cycle. So mainly two processes are the part of water cycle, and these are evaporation and condensation. Why does the monsoon come after the summer months? Now students, during the summer months, the air becomes dry and hot, thus evaporating more and more water. This helps the air to carry more water up to the sky where condensation takes place. As more and more water collected in the form of clouds, it leads to a long period of rainfall which we call the monsoon. So children, what we learn today? We learn about the water cycle, and which is mainly depend upon two processes, evaporation followed by condensation. Now this is the quiz time. Solve these questions in your rough notebook and share with me. What happens during evaporation and condensation? How are they related? Now this is the picture of S1 of your volume book. So we will discuss this question answers and then you complete your volume book by your own. Label the parts of the water cycle. Students, just now we discussed about water cycle and the two important processes which are the part of this cycle. So you have to label them accordingly. The water which is going up due to the heat of sun is the process of evaporation, and the water which is coming down through the cloud in the form of rain is called precipitation. Question number 2. How does evaporation and condensation help in the formation of rain? So we already discussed about this process. The water present in the water bodies or underground water get evaporated by the heat of sun. It will turn into water vapor and goes up in the sky. Where the temperature is very low or cold condition is present, so these water vapor when come in the contact of cool surface, they get condensed, and after condensation they will form water droplets. These droplets will come in the form of precipitation or rainfall, and this completes the water cycle. Question number 3. How do the summer months help in the bringing rainfall? So as we know that in the summer month, the temperature on the earth will be high as compared to the other seasons. So more and more water from the water bodies get evaporated and it is collected after condensation in the form of clouds. And then it will again come back in the form of more and more rainfall, which is called monsoon. So students, you have to finish your S1 of volume book based on today's discussion and learning. And you have to finish your notebook, practice question number 1, 2 and 3 from your Exceed content book. Thank you students. Have a great day.